Welcome to the Rocky Mount Area Chamber Buzz. Today's guest is Tarek Pittman, who is the owner and operator of Cool Geeks. Today's show is brought to you by Roger G. Taylor and Associates to show you a lot of the wonderful things that are going on in our community.
No, we're bad. Thank you. Okay.
God of grace and peace, blessed are you and truly blessed is your name. For you call your people together and you watch over the life of our community. We give you thanks for Rocky Mount. We give you thanks for this place and the people that are here. We're grateful for Renee and Harold and Mary Maids and all that they bring to our community. Bless us that we might be a blessing for others. In your name we pray. Amen.
I want to say good morning to everyone. What a beautiful and glorious day it is. And congratulations to Renee and Harold on your grand opening here in the new facility. And for Mary Maids, you've been around for years in the business, and everyone knows you, and so that's great. That's great. But it's always good to see changes made. That's what the community is all about. That's what Rocky Mount is about. That's what we're all about, is moving forward with good things for our community and for the people in the community. And it's always great to have a new one in the group also. Thank you. And Pastor Tom, thank you. It's always good to start a meeting like this or a gathering with a prayer, and I truly appreciate that, Harold. And so on behalf of the mayor, who could not be here this morning, and the city council and the city of Rocky Mount, I want to say thank you and welcome to your new location, and wish you all the best luck in the world, and hopefully that you won't need any extra services, but if you do, you know where we are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Teresa Pinto. I'm president for the Rocky Mount Area Chamber of Commerce, and I am thrilled to be here this morning on this beautiful day before it gets too hot, huh? Yes. And thank you for your investment in Rocky Mount and in the Twin Counties. I met Renee at our celebration, our Founders Day celebration, and it was a hot one, but it was great to meet you in person. It's always my pleasure to meet our members, and I thank you for your investment not only in Rocky Mount, but in the Chamber of Commerce. And I challenge you to not let it stop there. You've had the investment now in the Chamber, now you need to put us to work. And you need to utilize that membership and all the people that showed up here. I mean, they're here to support your business, so whatever it is you need, any questions you have, we're available. So we're kind of on retainer. And you might be the youngest chamber member we have ever had. So I don't know what services we could provide for you, but you could challenge us with it. And now I'm going to turn it over to Renee so she could say a few words and welcome you to her services and her business.
Good morning. My name is Renee, and I didn't know I had to speak this morning. But this is our granddaughter, Maddie, my husband, Harold. We have been in Rocky Mount in business for 13 years. I am a native of Rocky Mount, so we would just like you to come out, visit with us. We'll have an open house today. Just stop by, have some refreshments, and we would love to come out and service your home and give you a free estimate. Thank you.
We are excited to get to know Tarek Pittman. Tarek, welcome.
How you doing, Ms. Alma?
I'm doing great. Cool Geeks.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool name, cool person.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How'd you come up with that name?
Actually, it was my son that actually came up with the name. Once I told him that I was interested in starting my own business, he started to ponder names, and Cool Geeks is the end result of his thinking, so I have to give him the credit for the name.
Well, good. Do you have more children than the son? Or?
I do. Actually, I just had a beautiful baby girl. She's 3 months old. Wow. Hello Ava.
Oh.
She's doing really, really well, and it really gives you a new lease on life I'll be 40 at the end of this year. So the second part of my life, I get to enjoy raising a young daughter, and it's a tremendous opportunity to have that, to do that. She has a wonderful mother, and a great family structure, and you know, so I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. You know, it really gives you a new lease on life, a new purpose in running your business. When I come home, I've had a rough day. I get to spend time with her and enjoy her a little bit, so it's a blessing.
Well, good. Give us your background, Tarek. Did you grow up in this area or elsewhere?
I did. I was actually a pretty decent athlete back in the day in this area, hence the blue and gold, you know, representing Rocky Mount High. And I worked in the hotel industry with people like Faye Bedingfield and John Thorpe and the Dailies. And I moved up from there. I had a great opportunity to open the Nordstrom store at South Point Mall in Raleigh-Durham. I did that, and I finished up right before I opened up Cool Geeks. I was a technology sales manager with a wonderful company, Circuit City. Really taught me a lot about how to run my own business. That was the first time that I actually saw what I did on a smaller scale, how it would affect the entire company as a whole. So, great experience, great opportunity.
Well, good. Well, you know, our chamber really celebrates small business and the fact that now you are your own boss,
Yes, ma'am.
an entrepreneur in
Yes,
our
ma'am.
city in the Douglas block.
Yes, ma'am.
How's that been? You're near the bed and bath shop or the bath shop.
Yes, ma'am. It's really important. I had a lot of opportunities to place my business in different places throughout the city, but you know, when the city approached me with the Douglas Block opportunity, the rich history of young African Americans starting that, and me having the opportunity to really walk in their shoes and feel their spirits every day, that was the main reason why I chose the downtown area. I truly believe in the revitalization project. I think that, you know, a vibrant downtown is the key to every city. It shows future investors that people are really reinvesting into their own communities. And, you know, I thought that, you know, it would be a wonderful opportunity for me to be a part of that. So.
Well, and you are certainly in a niche or in a field with lots of needs, because people like me, if something breaks in my computer, I need it fixed now, or if not, yesterday. And so, were you trained, like I know you said you did some sales at Circuit City, but how did you learn, Tarek, to repair and replace parts on all these electronics?
Well, I had a love for tearing things apart as a kid. I had a wonderful, hard-working mom and dad who supported me on all of my endeavors. And when I started working at Circuit City, I actually been a technology sales manager. One of my responsibilities were the actual computer repair benches inside of the store. And so I had to, in order to be able to speak the language, I had to get the same certifications as my technicians did, and it went from there, you know, so.
And you have grown, I think you started in 2009?
Actually started in 2010.
Oh, you did? Okay.
My first location was at 316 Earl Street. Anybody that's familiar with Rocky Mount know that's the old Nash Brick Company building right across from Thompson's Nursery. I met a local doctor, Dr. Tommy Harris, here in town. He wanted me to come and do some work for him. I stayed up all night thinking and pondering, you know, what should I do? Should I step out on my faith and, you know, and really try to work towards achieving my dream, which was to own my own business one day? And he provided me the opportunity with the building, and, you know, that first year was really tough. But it really, being that I was away from Rocky Mount so long, it gave me an opportunity to kind of build relationships with people, learn the market, and to really build a solid foundation for my business. So.
Well, I can tell that you've given a lot of thought with the website, listing all the various aspects across the top. I clicked on all of them, about and home and services and whatnot. One of the things, though, that really resonated with me strongly is one of the reasons you wanted to go into business for yourself it's more than just the business. It's about being a part of the community and giving back. And Tarek, I've already heard that in some of what you said, but talk about that as being part of your business plan.
Well, I think that is very important. I've been provided with a lot of opportunities in life. And I think that it's very important that I share my knowledge with other people. When I first got back to Rocky Mount, it was a city in 2010 that was going through a horrible economic downturn. And, you know, factories were leaving, people's morale was extremely low. And one thing that I realized in, you know, working with Circuit City is that technology was the wave of the future. I read a Newsweek article listing the 10 future jobs, 10 jobs of the upcoming future, and technology jobs were 5 of the 10.
Wow.
And so I knew where the country was going, and being, you know, that I was on the cutting edge of it with Circuit City, and, you know, I was thrown back a little bit by the knowledge of people around here when it came to computers and technology.
What do you mean thrown back? You were appalled that we don't know very much.
No offense to anybody, you know,
you
but
just don't. I mean, you know how to turn it on and you know how to navigate some.
Exactly.
But that's about the extent of what most people know.
Exactly, and you know, and I came from a huge market in Fayetteville, and you know, most people were pretty technologically advanced, and you know, when I came back here, there was a huge gap. And you know, and I took it, you know, upon myself to try to re-educate as many people as possible about the love of computers and about the love of technology. And you know, I would always tell people that if I can fix your computer, you can get on it, look for a job, you can find your job to be able to support your family, then you know, the gift that God has given me is coming to fruition. So,
and it's a gateway.
Yes,
like
ma'am.
you're saying, for future. If people don't have access to the internet, it's hard for them to make the progress and the future steps to enable them to be, well, just fit into this fast-paced world we're in.
Sure, and you know, even on a smaller scale, I thought it was important that people can see a young African American kid who is from this area. You know, I grew up in Little Raleigh, here in Rocky Mount. And you know, for people to really see me come up from where I started from, and you know, and to where I am now, all through hard work, building relationships, really cultivating those relationships. I think that, you know, if a kid, you know, sees me, and you know, if he's inspired to, you know, say, okay, you know, I can run my own business if Cool Geeks can do it, then you know, I feel as though I've done a good job here in Rocky Mount. So.
And indeed you have, Tarek. You
Thank
really have. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to go through a lot of the specifics of what people can come to Cool Geeks and have you do for them. So
Sure.
Stay with us, please. We're having a good time talking to Tarek Pittman. And Tarek, we're actually neighbors, although it's amazing that I think we're just 2 blocks apart.
Yes,
I've got an
yes,
office on Main Street
Yes,
also.
ma'am. Been there a long time. I remember as a kid going to the drugstore. And
I'd love to come back. I'd love to put a drugstore. Right now we have our business offices there, but with the decline, we just could not support being there and merge that with our Tarboro Street store, and of course have another one too. But downtown is vital to the, I think there's just lots of people such as yourself investing in being there and saying, you know, and you're a go-to place when people have a problem with their game. Let's talk about the different areas: game consoles, TV, smartphone. I've seen people with the screens of their smartphones broken.
Yes.
You do kind of a little bit of, or a lot of everything. Not a little bit of everything, but
yes, ma'am. Well, the goal was to gradually develop the business into a one-stop shop for electronic repair. When, you know, I wanted to really get the brand out there, and when people, when something, you know, goes bad in a person's home, or, you know, they can, you know, first name that they think of is Cool Geeks. And we obviously do computer repair, laptop and desktop repair. We've expanded to doing cell phone repair. We also do game console repair, Xboxes and PlayStation 3s, and we also have just stepped into the TV repair side of the business. So it's continuing to grow, and it's a good thing. So.
Do you have a huge inventory of parts?
I do. It's funny how I started my business. I didn't really have any capital, working capital. You know, anybody that starts a business knows there's two ways of getting capital is, you know, either through a loan or either through, you know, personal relationships with family and friends. And I took the family and friends route. And, you know, I built relationships with people throughout the city, and, you know, different churches, different community organizations. And whenever they had older items or older computers and things like that they were going to trash, you know, I would say, oh, don't do that. You know, let me come by there and pick that stuff up. And, you know, I was able to strip those things for parts. And, you know, not only did it allow me to, you know, create an inventory, it also allowed me to charge a lower rate than my competitors, because, you know, I was using refurbished parts. And, you know, the community really grabbed on to the price, and, you know, I stood behind the work, and, you know, so it's been going really well from there.
TVs, how does, because I thought most TVs couldn't even be repaired nowadays.
Well, they can. You know, most of them consist of, you know, only a couple of actual circuit boards in the back of it. And, you know, they can be repaired. The thing is that I like to offer people is to have the opportunity to do a diagnostic on it, you know, really look and search around for the best possible price, and then call them with the price and allow them to make the decision whether they want to get it fixed or not. I give them my honest opinion, and, you know, most people tend to respect that. So.
And as prices are coming down on TVs, you know, for you to be honest and say, you know, I can fix it for X amount, but you can buy a new one for half that much more, then people, you know, might want to opt not to have a repaired one. And
you know, we also look and, you know, try to find the a replacement model for the customer. Either, you know, we offer them two options: a refurbished model that we can get for them at a pretty decent price, and we also offer them the option of a brand new model, same or like their original model, at a pretty reasonable price also. So that's just us extending the amount of service that, you know, we actually give people.
And some people just have a computer, and I'm guilty of this, that just plods along, because as I go to various sites and whatnot, I add on cookies and add on all these things. But you do optimization too, don't you?
I do. It's a word and a process that I picked up from my days at Circuit City. And, you know, most people, you know, when they purchase a computer and they first cut it on, you have all these things popping up, and you know, and they not only affect the speed of your computer, it also affects, you know, your journey with your computer, because, you know, most people tend to get frustrated at that. So I did a lot of research. It caused me to stay up late nights and really to, you know, throw out the window my social life, and to really focus on how I can make a computer run as fast as I can possibly make it. I built some wonderful relationships with my time at Circuit City with Microsoft reps, and I can always call them for advice. And, you know, most people don't know, but a computer should run like your cell phone run. When you go to, you know, when you hit start, you know, it should be, I always do this for my guys, but it should be, you know, just like that.
Very few people's computers do that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And so that's how, you know, when I started, I wanted to find a way that would separate me from all the other computer repair shops in the area. And that is the biggest thing that really has made that separation. It's the fact that no matter how old the computer is, you know, we can make it run extremely fast. And I think most people tend to like that. And, you know, word of mouth has really gotten out about that. So,
and to help them with knowing, because navigating through the various spywares and security systems too is important too, because most people, unlike you, you know, we haven't studied it and been trained in it, so we don't know what the best one is. And you will install that for people too, won't you?
Yes, we have what we call, it's been our most popular package. Another thing that I picked up from Circuit City is creating packages to give the customer the best value for the buck. And a package that we have is a security and performance package. People that have viruses and spyware on their computer, they'll bring it in to us. Within that package, we remove the viruses and spyware. We'll install security software. There's 3 programs: antivirus, anti-spyware, and a general cleaner. We'll throw in the optimization with that. We'll also clean the computer, any vents that may contain dust or any other debris. And we'll also do a hardware check just to make sure everything is running smoothly and nothing is about to fail. But it's very important too that we teach and train people how to use those antivirus programs. So when a person come and pick their computer up, we call it the consultation. Where we sit down with the customer, we show them the programs that we've installed on their computer, we show them how to use those programs, and so that they can perform preventive maintenance steps themselves in order to ensure that, you know, not only their computer is running good, but that no problem will arise in the future.
Game consoles, is that a growing market?
It is actually. It is. It's a very growing market. You know, there's really no way to explain it. You know, when I first did the advertising, I wasn't expecting, you know, much from it, but surprisingly, it has grown to be a huge segment of my business, and it allows me the opportunity to converse with kids and, you know, to continue to learn and grow. You know, kids in this area are extremely smart when it comes to game consoles and smartphones, and you'll be surprised the wealth of knowledge that you can pick up from them. And so it's a huge part of my business, and it's continuing to grow.
Tarek, you've got 3 employees.
Yes, I do.
Tell us your future plans.
I want to open up another location. I'm planning on doing that in September or October of this year. We've picked a location, and, you know, we're going through the finalities of
In Rocky Mount.
In Rocky Mount.
Good.
I want to come over to Nash County and service some of the people over in Nash County, and continue to introduce people to Cool Geeks, and continue to help the community by providing opportunities for people. I think that's extremely important. I have 3 wonderful, wonderful employees, Derek, Miss Carolyn, and Chris. They're hugely dedicated not only to me, but also to the company too. Good. And I think that's important. And I hope they're all displaced workers, and, you know, that was important for me to find people who were displaced by their previous job, offer them another opportunity, not only teach them about computers, but also teach them about how to run their own business. And, you know, hopefully they can, you know, run their own business one day, or if they decide to stay with Cool Geeks, can continue to help my business grow too.
Well, best wishes for the future. We're mighty pleased that you've done so well, and we just wish you the best going forward. So,
thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.